guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Steph. I'm a mum from New Zealand. I've got two little ones. I've got a 3-year-old boy and a 7-month-old daughter. I kind of feel like after having my second child, I can kind of pinpoint some of the items that are going to be important and essential or more help you throughout those newborn stages or throughout just being a new mum. And then there's a lot of items that I can tell you that you don't need and they're really not important. That's going to be another video. Today we're just going to focus on my 10 newborn must-haves and especially items that I feel like are going to save you money along the way. I will go more in depth into this when I'm suggesting items to you guys and why I feel like this is going to save you money. If you know me, you know I love my thrift stores, you know I love to buy second hand, so you can trust me. If there is a way that I can save money, I'm going to be doing it. And a little bit of disclaimer, all your baby needs is food, love, and warmth. As long as you can provide that, everything else I'm saying is luxury. Let's name it 10 luxury items that I feel like your newborn can have. Anyway, we'll get into it because I did create a list. Like I literally got down yesterday, I got out my diary and I wrote a list. Okay, so let's first talk about sleepwear clothing and especially Bond's Wonder Suits. So these are my absolute favorite newborn sleepwear, baby sleepwear, and the ones that I highly suggest for you guys. This is them. There are so many designs, so many cute ones if you want to think about something cute, but the practicality of these is amazing. So what I like about these is that they will last you for 2 sizes. And what I mean by that is this is a size 0 to 3 months Wonder Suit. And if you can see at the bottom, they have the little footsies. They will also fit your baby from 3 to 6 months because all you have to do is remove the footsies and it now just sits on their ankle. Same with the hands. It's got the little hand mittens. You remove the hand bit and it's just going to sit on their wrist. If you're new to buy any sleepwear, I highly suggest the Bond's Wonder Suit ones because they're going to be lasting your baby for so much longer than if you were just to buy a specific size sleepwear. The other good thing about this is that they do have the double zip, one at the top and one at the bottom, which makes diaper changes so much easier. Because this is such a well-known brand, you can buy so many secondhand. There's like literally Facebook groups selling just Bond's items. That's how well known the brand is, especially in New Zealand. But if you don't have a thrift store around you or you're just not able to score any secondhand, they're around $20 to $30. If we continue with like the whole sleep department, then let's talk about Whitenoise machines. Okay, Whitenoise I feel like is just an essential for a baby. If you want to create good sleep patterns, if you want your baby to sleep, we all want our babies to sleep, Whitenoise is something that you're going to be considering and probably using for your newborn. If you're a parent, you know that you like to be out and about and your baby's potentially going to be doing naps in the pram, in the front pack, and the car, then I highly suggest getting a Whitenoise that you can bring out and about. This is my absolute favorite one, is the Hush Sleep Machine by Yoga Sleep. It is super compact. It can be clipped onto the pram. It can be clipped onto the front pack. It can be clipped onto the car seat. I think it lasts for like 6 to 8 hours if it's fully charged. It can go pretty loud. It can go pretty quiet as well, so you can use it when you're out in public. And honestly, I just like how little it is and how easy it is just to chuck in your diaper bag. This is going to save you money, so you don't have to buy 2. You don't have to buy one for the bedroom. You don't have to buy one for out and about. You just buy one that does both. Okay, now Sleepsacks. I really had a hard time with deciding what Sleepsacks to suggest to you guys because I really wanted this video to be specifically about how you can save money. And I kind of feel like when it comes to newborns, every newborn is different and some babies are going to want the hands up and some babies are going to want to be swaddled. And so it's really difficult to suggest a newborn sleep sack and one that could last you a while. As well, when you have a newborn, you want the sleep sack to be little so that don't have like heaps of leg room because otherwise they're kicking their legs around. So newborn sleep sacks, a bit hard to suggest, but I did decide to just suggest this one. If you think about getting a sleep sack for your baby from 3 months to above, then I highly suggest getting the Love to Dream Transitional Swaddle. This is what they look like. So I've actually lost the little arm pieces, but if you can see closely, there is a zip right there. And they usually have little sleeves that you zip around on both sides. Now this means that your baby can have their arms up. So if your baby doesn't like to be fully swaddled and they like to have their arms up, this is a really great swaddle for that. And then eventually when your baby does start to roll around and you have to unswaddle them, you just remove the arm pieces and now you just have a normal sleep sack. So that is the Love to Dream transitional swaddle to be exact. Okay, my next item is gonna be suggesting something for your baby that you can put your baby down. Again, I kind of felt difficult when really choosing one item that I wanted to suggest when it comes to this, because I feel like it's so important to have something around your house where you feel comfortable to put your baby in. And it's been such a privilege of mine to be able to have bounces and swings. But if I have to suggest one item, because you can only afford one item, this is going to save you money, then I highly suggest getting a padded playmat. Okay guys, I just realized while editing this video that the playmat that I wanted to recommend is no longer being sold. The one that I really wanted to recommend was from the Playtime store. Super gutted that they're no longer selling it. But the main thing that I really wanted to suggest anyway is just a padded playmat. It doesn't have to be the specific one that I wanted to show you guys. I will put some other ones here that I have seen online. Obviously, I haven't tried them myself. There needs to be some kind of cushion to the playmat. It can't be a thin one because otherwise it's not going to be comfortable enough for your newborn. It needs to be large enough so that your little one can use it when they start crawling and when they want to play, and that way you're going to get the most use out of it. Sorry guys that they're no longer selling the one I wanted to recommend, but padded playmats is still going to be my recommendation if you need something to put your baby on, because you can use it later as well. When it comes to like newborns, you'll buy the newborn little pod, you buy a newborn bassinet, then you buy a cot, and then you buy a toddler bed, and then you buy a single bed. At the end of the day, that can add up really quick. So if you want to buy something and save money, I suggest just buying a cot. That can go all the way to toddler bed. You can even get some that go from bassinet to cot to toddler bed. You don't actually need a bassinet. If you have a bedroom that's big enough to have a cot, you can put your baby in the cot straight away. As long as it is safe, there is no pillows, blankets inside the cot, it all fits within the safe sleep zone, you can put your baby in a cot straight away. The reason why people get bassinets is because they're smaller and normally they don't have space in their bedroom. I barely have space in my bedroom for a cot, but it does fit in there. So anyway, I'm going to pop up right here some of my favorite cots. This is the one that I have. It goes from a cot to a toddler bed. It was super affordable. This was the one that I wish I could have. If money grew on trees for me, this is the one that I would have gotten. It goes all the way from a bassinet to then a table and chair. Okay, if you need to take any advice from this video, then let this be the one that you take. I highly suggest you invest in a good front pack. I honestly cannot tell you the amount of money that I have spent on front packs. I have used and tried 5 front packs. I've tried a sling. I've tried the Moby wraps. So all up, I have used 6 items to try carry my baby. And once I just gave up and actually went to the store and spent money on a really good one, I was like, why did I not do this from the get-go? Because I feel like I've tried so many different front packs. I'm going to suggest my favorite one because honestly, I feel like this one is amazing. It may not be the prettiest one. It is so comfortable, so easy to get your baby in and out. It can fit from newborn all the way to a toddler. You can use it front ways, sideways, back ways. You can also have your baby facing front ways. This is the Baby Bjorn 1 and it is so good. I'm going to put up like the weight, the height, just some general facts about this carrier because I honestly don't remember them right now on top of my head. And my partner's got the front pack with him. He's taking it out while he's taking my daughter with him. But look, he's like 6 foot something. He thinks it's amazing. I'm like 5 foot something. I think it's amazing. If both of us thinks it's amazing, there's a high chance you're going to think it's amazing. So with my second, she was a super spilly baby. So burp cloth is something that I want to highly suggest to you guys. Now this is what a normal burp cloth looks like. Obviously you can get different ones, but this is kind of the jazz. You pop it around here, you burp your baby. And yes, these are great. And if you've got money, then sure, buy some burp cloths. If you want to save money, because this is what this video is going to be about, then I just suggest getting something like a large small towel. So this is what I mean. So this is a towel. I can pop this around me. It's a good size. If she's spilling, I can clean her face. I can clean my arm with it. But I can also use this as a bath towel. I can use it to clean her while she's in the bath. Wipe their face with it. There's just way more use for something like this than something like this. So if you want to get something for a potential spilling baby, then consider getting something like a towel. And if you're going to be breastfeeding, my number one tip if you want to save money, reusable breast pads. Reusable breast pads, you chuck them in the wash, they dry so quick. And the good thing is that they're also so much more comfortable. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I hate the feeling of disposable breast pads. They kind of hurt my nipples. The last thing I want to suggest for breastfeeding moms, and look, if you're not breastfeeding, this is no shame to you at all. Fed is best. That's all I have to say. But if you are going to be breastfeeding, this is my number one item. Absolutely love it. I think it is amazing. I've used this both times, and that is the Haakaa Ladybug. What happens if you're a first time mum and you have no idea what it's like to be breastfeeding? Usually when you breastfeed on one side, you do get let down on the other side. That's what happens. Your milk comes out, and especially on the first 4 months, if you produce quite a bit of milk, it squirts out and your t-shirt will be soaked. If you have one of these, the good thing about it is that it can fit into your bra. Yes, it does look like I have a boob job on one side of my boob, but it's not like I've got this humongous elephant trunk coming out catching my milk. It's also super practical because this specific one can also be used as a breast pump kind of. So there is this little lever at the top. If you lift the lever, all it's going to do is catch the milk. But if you put the lever into the hole and you press that on your boob, that's actually going to be sucking the milk out. It's not going to be as powerful as if you were to get a breast pump, but if you do need just a little bit of release because you've got too much milk and you're out and about, this will work great for that. Okay, and the last item that I want to suggest, guys, is for moms and for that peace of mind, especially if you're someone that maybe suffers with a little bit of anxiousness or you're just scared and worried because this is a baby, and a baby is a living thing and it's quite full on taking care of a baby, and it can be really, really scary. So for that peace of mind, I highly suggest getting a thermometer. When it comes to a thermometer, the one that goes on the forehead, especially this one that I have, is a Vicks one. There's probably so many different brands, but this is so much easier than the one that you have to put in the ear, the tongue. I use this with my daughter. I still use it with my 3.5 toddler. It did cost a lot of money. It was over $100, but for something that I've had for 3.5 years, I feel like that's worth it. And there you go, guys. That is my 10 newborn must-haves and especially items that I feel like if you get, you're gonna be saving money somehow. So I hope you guys like that. I hope you find it super useful. If you did like it, please give my video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do, because that obviously really supports me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.